early in the morning time.
Okay.
Okay. આપણે બધા આવી ગયા છે જોઈએ.
Yes.
આવી ગયા બધા? Okay. So mithya is basically dependent reality. And what is unchanging is that is a reality by itself. What is mithya is dependent on something that is permanent. So call it permanent reality and changing reality. So world is a changing reality called mithya. Now Shankaracharya will say mithya is also meaning unreal. Vaishnavite school will say mithya means not unreal, but one that is changing and one that is dependent on God. So that is the difference. Mithya word can be used both ways. Vaishnavite school will say something that is dependent is called mithya, and Keval Advait will say unreal is mithya. So that is the basic difference. So Maya, according to Shankaracharya, is similar to mithya, which means it is unreal. Maya, according to Vaishnava school, will be it is just dependent, not necessarily unreal. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide.
What is
ભાઈ એટલે આપણે ઘણીવાર આપણા ડેલી યુઝમાં કે આપણા વૈષ્ણવાઇટ્સમાં આ બધી માયા ઈશ્વરની માયા છે, ઈશ્વરની લીલા છે.
Right.
That is always changing.
That is changing, right? That is what we mean. Shankaracharya will say it slightly different way, but what we say is Maya means it is something that is constantly evolving.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
All right. So the question is, why do we feel that? The idea is there is a gnana, that we are not aware of our own reality, and that agnan is that I am Atman, that is not known to you, and you believe that you are wrongly aligned to body, mind, intelligent complex. Now, Shankaracharya and Vaishnava school have a slightly different version. Is the Maya located in Brahman, or Agnan located in Brahman, or Agnan is located in Jiva? That's a question. Within the Advaita framework, there are two schools called Bhamti school and then Sureshwaracharya school, which says, one school says Agnan is located in Brahman. The Maya is located along with Brahman. And Bhamti school will say Agnan is located at the level of Jiva. So depends upon how you view it, but essentially think about it. Brahman as a totality has a Maya component, and you and me as an individual has an Agnana component that makes us not realize who we are. That's the idea. And Vaishnava school say, well, Agnani is not necessarily what Shankaracharya says. It is not knowing that I am Atman who is dependent on Ishvara. That is the Agnana. All right, so let's move on. I explain all these things anyway. Let's move on. I think I explained this part as well. All right, so basically there is an Upanishad called Sarvasara Upanishad, which essentially says some of these ideas in what I'm talking about. That Maya is an illusion, not in the sense that it doesn't exist. It exists, but it appears to be something that it is not. So Maya component has two aspects. One is called veiling aspect. That means it hides the absolute reality. Another called is projecting aspect. It hides the reality and gives us a false impression of something else. When you're looking at the rope and see the snake, the reality of rope is hidden and projection of snake is made. So you make two mistakes, not knowing the correct thing and making an assumption of incorrect thing. So that is the Maya of Shankaracharya. And Sat Asat, that's basically the idea. Let's move on to the next one. Now, let's go to the next slide. I think I already explained Mithya part as well. Let's move on. Okay, so Ajatavada is, we already talked about Vivartavad, gold and clay. Gold means Shankaracharya, and not Shankaracharya, but the later schools of Advaita will say is that Maya is in the name and form. The absolute reality is Satchit Ananda. When you associate name and form, it becomes Maya. So when you make the clay into a pot, the pot is Maya, is an illusion. clay is the absolute reality, called Vivartavad. Parinamvad is the milk is converted, which is what Vaishnavites will say, that God actually became milk, or milk became the, yogurt. So God became this universe. So it is not an illusion per se. It is real. It is yogurt, real yogurt. Ajatvad is something like projection, that the image of the sun in different pots will be seen as 1,000 images if you have 1,000 pots with water. But sun is not there. It just appears to be there. It's called Ajatvad. So Shankaracharya will say there is only one reality called absolute Brahman, and we are those images dispersed in millions and millions of ways across the universe. And the reason we perceive difference is because the medium through which we see is different. So that is why we see the differentiation between A and B and C and D.
Clear water and muddy water.
Clear water and muddy water, right? Yeah. All right,
So-
let's move on.
So Rajan bhai, then you are Rajan and I am Dinesh and somebody else is somebody else by name. That's where the name and form comes, because one is white, one is black, one is tall, one is short. So, but they are all, just like all ornaments are made out of gold, we are all made out of the Brahman, but we have a different name and form, and therefore that there is this differentiation.
That's absolutely right. That is a classical explanation. Yeah.
Okay.
So Maya can be used in different ways. Analogy of snake and rope we talked about. Juggler and jugglery. You know, when you are the magician keeps on doing stuff, we know it's not true. But somehow it appears to be true at the time when you are seeing it. So that's what Maya is. Okay. Though we know intellectually, we understand it's not true, but at the time when you are seeing, we think it's true. Okay. So desert and mirage is same thing, dreamer and dream. So basically these are the explanation of potential Maya, you know, or however you want to explain that. Let's move on. Okay, now this is another aspect that's important. Upanishads in general did not say Maya the way Shankaracharya is describing. Upanishads did not consider what Shankaracharya came up with. Most of the scholars believe that concept of unreality that Shankaracharya has created does not exist in any Upanishads in general. That's the key aspect. It is his own thought process from which all this philosophical school of Keval Advaita emanated. So Radhakrishnan, I'll go to the next slide, we'll have that. Lot of scholars have said is that the concept of Maya as explained by Shankaracharya did not exist in the original Upanishads. It is a Shankaracharya's own invention. That's the point. And that is why Vaishnavite school will say, don't listen to Shankaracharya.
So what is the Upanishad say? How does the Maya exist in Upanishad?
They will view that as like a juggler and jugglery. I mean, basically magician and magic. In all this Vedas, illusion was thought to be like Maya Vijar. Indrani Maya Vijar. So it appears to be real, but it's not really real as such. If we know that it's not true, you know, આપણે જાદુ જોઈએ તો આપણને આમ ખબર છે કે ભાઈ આ તો બનાવટ છે, but we cannot figure it out ક્યાંથી બનાવટ થઈ છે.
Right.
એટલે that is how Upanishads thought.
So
At least
that is
where,
the word.
yeah.
Sorry, that is the word like Maya Jad આપણે વાપરીએ.
Right, precisely, right. Yeah.
But in the original Upanishad, the concept of Maya indirectly was never defined as Maya. Shankaracharya in his commentaries defined this world Maya and explained what it is.
Precisely right. Vaishnavite school will say Maya's definition is not veiling or projecting, but manifesting. That Brahman manifests itself as a universe. It is not like illusory reality. It is real. It is dependent reality in the sense of nitya. So Vaishnavite school will say it is an emanation of Brahman appearing as different, but it is still really Brahman. It is not like a dream. It is true. That is the idea of Vaishnavite school, and they will use Upanishads as their basis. And it is true that Upanishads do consider that to be Maya, or at least as a concept.
Avtara.
Avatar is more like Brahman becoming a person.
Yeah, that is.
Right. All right, let's move on to the next one or two couple of slides are left. And so we will come to the end of this one. Let's move to, yeah. I think I already explained this part, that's fine. Let's move on. Okay, so this was a scholar called Colebrook in 1827. He was genuine scholar, not like somebody missionary who wanted to convert people. Somebody who genuinely was interested. He wrote something like this: the world as an illusion, as Shankaracharya says, does not appear in the text of universe, of Upanishads. And then let's the next slide. This is Radhakrishnan in 1914. He wrote a paper on Maya, a pretty big paper. And this is what he wrote. It was Shankara under the influence of Buddhistic teaching, following the tradition of Gaudapada, who imported the conception of Maya into the Vedanta system. So he basically says that Upanishads weren't the source of Shankaracharya's Maya. It was Buddhism. Madhyamika Buddhism was the source of his explanation. Maya is a pivotal principle of later Shankara Vedanta, but is not part of the primitive cosmological conception of Vedas and earlier Upanishads. This is what Radhakrishnan wrote. Okay, let's move on. This is Gandhi. I do not, well, let me read the second one. I believe in Advaita. I believe in the essential unity of man and for matter, all that lives. Therefore, I believe that if one man gains spiritually, the whole world gains with him. And if one man falls, the whole world falls to an extent. So that's one statement. And another statement that I did not copy here, where he says, I am Advaitin, but I also believe in the Vaishnavite school, where he defines, how he defines is this. He says that world is real as well as unreal. Real in the sense it is true, though it is changing. Unreal in the sense that it keeps on changing. So he basically uses the same thing of Shankaracharya's idea, but making a change, making a description of changing versus unchanging. There is something that is changing and something that is not changing. So world is real, but part of it is changing, part of it is not changing. So that he basically uses both ideas, Advaita Vedanta and Vaishnavite school, both. Let's move. I think this may be the last one. Is there anyone left? That's it, right? Okay. So my idea was basically to kind of combine and explain the summary, and then next time we'll go to the Vallabhacharya and Vaishnavism in general. So basic idea of explaining Vaishnavism is this. Compared to Advaita, Vaishnavism in general, all of them together, believe that God as a man or a woman exists. Krishna, Vishnu, whatever. That Maya, Brahman or Nirgun Brahman is subservient to that person, whoever that God is. Third, world that we experience is true and real.
But it's changing.
It's changing. Fourth, the best way to reach God is through bhakti and not through gnana. And fifth, the ultimate salvation lies in not disappearing into Brahman and become identical to Brahman, but to enjoy the company of the Godhead is the ultimate salvation. So these are 4 or 5 or 6 principles that are different from classical Keval Advaita concept in general.
Rajan bhai, bhakti here is not necessarily the rituals that people do.
Yeah, that's
Yes, right. A ritual is a preparatory process to concentrate the mind to be absorbed into Godhead.
Right.
So it is like a process of creating a framework. Okay, when you go and do all these things in a temple and do the work, whatever the bhakti, whatever the ritual is, it creates a purity of the mind and helps the mind concentrate on what you are doing
Right.
and not
But
be distracted with something else.
yeah, but here the bhakti meaning the devotion, correct?
Devotion, precisely right. Yeah.
But by doing this, you can become the good bhakti.
પણ
Right. Yeah.
રાજનભાઈ
સ્મિતાબેન શું કીધું મને સમજ ના પડી.
Vida.
By doing the bhakti, you become the good bhakta, and then you can become the more devotional person.
No, I think bhakti here is devotion, right?
Yeah, and what Bhakti school will say is this: the very act of doing bhakti and enjoying the bliss of Krishna or whatever God you believe is a self-moksha. The experience of tasting the candy of Krishna is itself moksha.
રાજનભાઈ
Narsi Mehta is like that.
Like that, yeah, right. So you
Rajendra.
enjoy the company, and that is by itself divine experience per se. There is no question of whether you will go to God and heaven and Swarg, and it is a byproduct of that divine experience that you will have in the company of God.
Janaben
Rajan-
question છે.
Yeah.
Janaben has a question.
જનરલી આપણે એવું કહેતા હોય ને કે જ્ઞાન વગરની ભક્તિ પણ નકામી ને
Right,
કારણ કે તો
જ્ઞાન-
પછી અંધશ્રદ્ધા થઈ જાય ને.
right. But what the Bhakti school will say, Gnan is to know is that I am dependent on God and that I am not body, mind, intelligent complex.
એ બરાબર. રાજનની સ્કૂલ શું કહે છે?
Huh?
Rajan is good to go.
Rajan ni school su gaya ho. That I don't know. But if you are asking me, I am more intellectually interested in Advaita Vedanta in general. Though I am born and raised in Vallabhacharya's Vaishnava school. So, I mean, if you ask me personally, I'll think I'll be more interested with the idea of intellectual explanation.
નૈનાનો ક્વેશ્ચન પણ હતો ને, નૈનાનો ક્વેશ્ચન નહીં પણ એનું પેલું હતું ને કે આ જે બધાય છે જુદા જુદા પંથો, શંકરાચાર્ય, રામાનુજાચાર્ય, વલ્ભાચાર્ય, એમાંથી નિચોડ લઈને રાજન સ્કૂલ નું ન બનાવી શકાય? હું એમ મારું કહેવું.
Yeah, RM રામકૃષ્ણ પરમહંસ અરવિંદો અને બધા ઓલરેડી કરી દીધું છે. એટલે
એ 2020 માં નથી ને, આ તો મારી ખોપડી.
ભાઈ then મારે પૂંછડી પકડવી જ પડશે જો એવું કરશો તો. I have to do પૂંછડી. Right.
એના સાચી વાત છે ને.
Let's go back.
બરાબર.
I just want to make sure we are on the right.
તમે કહેતા હતા ને પેલો ડિફરન્ટ સ્કૂલ ઇઝ કન્ફ્યુઝિંગ એમ.
Yeah, no,
Same,
it's confusing. Why I was telling confusing, it's so much of the things my mind cannot absorb.
Yeah, at least same with
because
me.
I mean, compared to Rajan Bhai's mine will be like a dot. So I cannot
એટલે એમાંથી એટલે
absorb
જ
the
કહું
thing.
છું કે એમાંથી નિચોડ
So that
લઈને રાજન
confused
સ્કૂલ
me
નું ના
because
બનાવી શકાય.
one day you tell me I understand everything and then it wipes out because my mind cannot take that much. That's why I say
So-
yeah,
Especially she has got a difference of opinion there here.
Yeah.
Well, but
Right.
I think
But it's hard. See, your fundamental is so clear. And then after a while, we get
Yeah.
It's the philosophical part
I
of
think-
the
It was
whole thing
crisscross.
is difficult to understand. The philosophical part of it is difficult to understand.
okay. So
The
forget for a
philosophy
minute.
behind it.
We have
Yes,
a
right.
Ek minute. For a minute, forget all this discussion that Rajan Bhai said. But he said at the end, he said, which is very important, know that I am not the Jiva and I'm the Brahman. With that knowledge, do your rituals, do your bhakti. That will help you get closer to tasting the candy that he was talking about.
That's right. I agree.
So you don't have to know all this nonsense that he's, sorry Rajan Bhai, Ramanujan ne Phalana ne Dikana ne બધાને ભૂલી જાઓ. ખાલી એટલું કે I am not the body. forget that.
પણ
પણ અત્યારે આપણે
દિનેશભાઈ
કઈ
આ
બી
બધું
કરીએ
તમે
છીએ.
ના જાણો ત્યાં સુધી એ ખબર જ ના પડે જ્ઞાનને.
ના ના, પણ તમે એટલું જ જાણો કે હું બોડી નથી, અને એટલું મગજ જ્યારે બી કે મેં આ કર્યું, મેં આ કર્યું, મેં મારું ફલાણું, મારો છોકરો, મારું બધું મારું છોડી દો કે I am not the body, I am part of the bigger structure, and with that knowledge તમે ભક્તિ કરો કે તમારું પૂજા કરો કે દાન આપો કે જે કરો, that's enough. That is more than enough for you to go through this life.
I agree.
Go ahead.
એ જગ્યાએ આવતા it takes long time, with that
Yeah, but
understanding. Even though you know when the time comes, then it comes in your mind,
Exactly, but that's where the control and knowing and steadfastness in that knowing. You have to be steadfast in that knowing. કે ના, જે પહેલા આપણે એકવાર વચ્ચે વાત કરી હતી કે શ્રદ્ધાનું પેલું છે ને કે શ્રદ્ધા વાળો જ્ઞાન મેળવી શકે છે. You got to have that shraddha first. And it is not એક જન્મમાં થવાનું છે. This is going to continue for many lives before you can get there. I agree with you.
દિનેશભાઈ, એ બાબતમાં હું તમને એક વસ્તુ કહું, એ રોંગ છે. આ ક્લાસ ભરે છે ને, આપણે રાજનભાઈના ક્લાસ ભરે છે ને, ત્યારથી અનિલ બુક લઈને દરરોજ વાંચે છે. એમાં હિન્દુ, આઈ સ્વેર, હું જરાક નથી બોલતી.
બરાબર, તો વાંચે છે.
Dinesh bhai, I actually, after listening to what you said just now, after going to Chinmaya Mission, Swami Chinmayananda's lectures and Dayanandji's studies and lectures, I also think, and that's what they were both saying, that you have to have bhakti and shraddha to achieve the type of jnana they are talking about. Without the bhakti in God, or without the understanding of the concept and having shraddha in it, you cannot achieve any knowledge.
ગીતામાં કીધેલું છે શ્રદ્ધાવાન લભતે જ્ઞાનમ. જો શ્રદ્ધા ના હોય, અને it's not easy, it's much easy to say than to follow. I am not this. હું તમને મારો પર્સનલી, હું ને અનિલભાઈ અમને બોલાવ્યા હતા એક ચર્ચ વાળાએ, ડેન્ટિસ્ટ ડોક્ટર હતો. તો એ મને કહે કે વોટ ઇઝ હિન્દુઇઝમ? એટલે મેં કીધું I'll try to explain you. અનિલભાઈને હું સાથે લઈ ગયો, કારણ કે આપનું બહુ ગાડું ચાલે નહીં, આપણે ખાલી BS કરવામાં આગળ, પણ પછી કઈ નહીં. એટલે મેં પેલાને પૂછ્યું કે who are you? તો કે I am so and so. મેં કીધું ભાઈ, મારે તારું નામ જાણવું હોત તો I would have asked you what's your name. Oh, I am dentist, blah blah blah. મેં કીધું મારે તારો ધંધો જાણવો તો મેં તને પૂછ્યું કે what are you doing, what's your profession? I am father of this and husband of that. મેં કીધું તારા બધા રિલેશન જાણવા તો મેં તને એ પૂછ્યું કે તું કોનો બાપ છે ને કોનો વર છે. I am asking you, who are you? અરે એનું મોઢું લાલ થઈ ગયું. એની વાઇફ મારી પાછળ આવીને કે you are insulting my husband. અરે you wanted to know what is Hinduism? This is what is Hinduism. Learn who are you.
What did he say at the end?
Never went to church again.
પછી મેં અનિલભાઈને આપી દીધું. મેં કીધું હવે આ બહુ ગરમ થયો છે, અનિલભાઈને આપી દે આપણે. But this is so very true, because જો આપણે Hindus, and if we cannot accept and understand and practice this, આ દોડીઓને તો who are you? એમની main definition, I am Dr. so and so.
પણ એ તો એવું જ કે ને દિનેશભાઈ, અત્યારે તમને કોઈ પૂછે તો તમે શું કહેવાના છો? તમે કહો કે I am Brahman?
No, I am part of Brahman. I am a Hindu.
એ તમે કહેવાના જ નથી કે
I am Dinesh Wakharia. That is true. That's my name. That is my name. People know me by Dinesh Wakharia.
He's talking spiritually.
Yeah,
that's right.
No, but it is fine કે તમે કહો કે you know yourself, but in this world તમને કોઈ પૂછે, you are going to say,
yeah, you are going to say
my name is, because there is no way you can exhibit yourself.
I agree with you. My name is Dinesh Wakharia, but when you act with the world, do not act like your body is everything. that's the point. That's the
सर्वप्रियानिक लेक्चर में कहता था कि idea of learning all these things is when you go to airport and say who are you, so don't go and say I am Mr. Brahman.
yeah.
You have to be practical. Yeah.
See, આ બધા વેદાંતમાં કીધું છે ને, રાજનભાઈ, correct me if I'm wrong, કે ભાઈ there are two lives you have to live. A normal day-to-day relationship ની life છે, that has to be lived, but at the same time mentally be ready to accept the fact that you are not body, you are part of Brahman.
That's right. Yeah,
that translates into not actually that I'm not a body in Brahman. It tells you that remove all your egos. Then you live. That is the correct way of telling. Like, don't exhibit yourself with the ego.
It's changing the perspective.
Get rid of the ego. So that's where you know yourself.
That is a way to transform from I am to I'm Brahman or part of Brahman. How? Because ego is covering up all the notion of Brahman, because ego has covered up and put I on top of it. As you get rid of ego, I, slowly you
જે self-realized person હોય, he is just like us. આપણા જેવું જ જીવે છે, આપણા જેવું જ બધું કરે છે, પણ એ પોતાની જાતને ઈગો નથી લાવતા એમનામાં, એમ. That's what it is. પણ એટલે તમે કોઈ પણ માણસને તમે એવો જોઈ ના શકો કે આ, પણ એ પોતાની લાઈફમાં એને ઉતારેલું હોય.
Right.
Yeah. You cannot see them like that.
Chapter 12 માં સ્થિતપ્રજ્ઞના જે બધા લક્ષણો બતાવ્યા છે, જ્યારે અર્જુન કૃષ્ણને પૂછે છે સ્થિતપ્રજ્ઞસ્ય કા ભાષા, second chapter. Right. Now, these again, I know I am not practicing all this, so I'll be the first one to admit. But at least you have that in your mind. What is, who am I? I'm in normal day-to-day life, I'm Dinesh Wakharia, but at least mentally, spiritually, you also know that I'm not just the body.
I think
Rajan bhai, please.
You are Mr. Dinesh Wakharia for us. Dinesh bhai, you are Mr. Dinesh Wakharia for us, but when you go to Meenaben, you are Brahman.
No, when I go to Meenaben, I'm the Vasan Dova.
I think what I can understand and what I want to just make a small little contribution here is, see, all this thing is true and all this thing is right in its own perspective. You have given us so much of understanding and so much of knowledge. There are two ways of doing it. Some intellectual and some of the people who keep on asking